The brutal opening. Listen up. I know exactly why you're here. You're sitting there, probably procrastinating on something important, feeling like a total failure because you just can't get yourself to do it. You've watched 1,000 motivational videos, you've seen the guys screaming at cameras in ice baths, and you've told yourself, tomorrow I'll have the willpower of a Spartan warrior. But guess what? Tomorrow comes, and you're still the same person, just with a slightly more exhausted brain. Here's the cold, hard truth. You don't have a willpower problem. You aren't lazy, you're just confused. The fog and the potato. You lack clarity. In the world of productivity, lack of clarity is the silent killer. It's the fog that turns your high-performance brain into a confused potato. Today, we're going to stop worshipping willpower and start talking about how to actually see the path. But first, if you want to master the inner game and stop being a slave to your own confusion, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like. It gives the YouTube algorithm the clarity it needs to know this channel is awesome. Done? Great. Let's get into the mess in your head. The iPhone battery theory. We've been sold this lie that willpower is like a muscle you can just flex. Thanks, Nike, but I'm currently eating a bag of chips at 2 a.m. Think of your willpower like a 5-year-old iPhone battery. It's 100% at 8 a.m. and dead by lunch. Every tiny decision, what to wear, what to eat, whether to argue with a stranger on the internet, drains it. The reason you struggle isn't because the battery is small. It's because you're wasting juice trying to figure out what the task even is. The workout existential crisis. When you say, I want to work out, your brain goes into a full-blown existential crisis. Work out? Where? When? What shoes? Do I have clean socks? Should I do cardio or weights? What did that TikTok influencer with the 8-pack say about deadlifts? While you're debating, your willpower is leaking out like a hole in a bucket. By the time you decide, you're too tired to move. Clarity is the plug for that hole. The lizard brain and the cave. Humans hate ambiguity. Our brains are wired to survive, not to be productive. To your lizard brain, a vague goal like, start a business, looks like a dark, scary forest full of tigers. And what does the brain do? It stays in the cave. The cave has Netflix, snacks, and no tigers. The cave is safe. When you lack clarity, everything feels like a big decision. But you don't decide to brush your teeth, right? You just do it because the path is 100% clear. The Zeigarnik Effect, the brain itch. Ever wonder why that one unfinished email from 3 days ago is haunting your dreams? That's the Zeigarnik Effect. Your brain hates unfinished loops. But here's the kicker. If the task is vague, the loop can't close. It just stays open, buzzing like a fly in your ear, draining your mental energy 24/7. Clarity is like hitting the Close tab button on your brain's browser. It stops the buzzing and lets you focus. Categories of suffering. Look at your to-do list. If it says, study, work, or clean house, you've already lost. Those aren't tasks. Those are categories of suffering. Study is a nightmare. What does that even mean? Read? Write? Memorize? If the path isn't a straight line, your brain will find a curve and drive right off the cliff into procrastination land. You're a Ferrari trying to drive through a swamp. Stop it. Scene 8. Analysis paralysis, the best way trap. Here's a fun way we sabotage ourselves. We spend 3 weeks researching the best way to do something so we don't have to actually do it. You spend 10 hours looking for the perfect note-taking app instead of just taking notes. That's not research, my friend. That's procrastination in a fancy suit. You're choosing complexity to avoid the discomfort of action. Clarity doesn't mean finding the perfect way. It means picking a way and moving. The information masturbation. Let's be real. Watching self-improvement videos can become a form of information masturbation. It feels good. You feel like you're making progress because you're learning about flow states and dopamine detoxes. But if you don't have a clear, boring step to take afterwards, you're just getting a cheap high. You don't need more information. You need a sharper lens. The night before hack. The most dangerous time of the day is the first 10 minutes after you wake up. If you ask yourself, what should I do today? You've already handed the steering wheel to your inner lazy person. And that guy is a terrible driver. He always takes the exit to YouTube Shorts. The secret? Decide everything the night before. Wake up as an actor, not a philosopher. Thinking is for 10 p.m. Execution is for 7 a.m. The distracted toddler strategy. I want you to imagine you're giving instructions to a very distracted 5-year-old. That's your brain. If you tell him, go be successful, he's going to eat dirt. If you tell him, put the blue Lego on the red Lego, he'll do it. Break your goals down until they are stupidly simple. Instead of, write a script, your task is, open the laptop and type the title. That's a win. And wins create momentum. Fear of accountability. Deep down, we avoid clarity on purpose. Because once things are clear, you lose your excuses. If your goal is vague, you can always say, I'm working on it. It feels productive to be busy. But if your goal is, make 10 calls by 2 p.m., and you don't do it, you failed. Clarity is scary because it makes you accountable. Are you brave enough to be specific, or are you going to hide in the hustle fog forever? Environmental clarity. Clarity isn't just in your head, it's in your room. If your desk looks like a crime scene, your brain will act like a victim. If your phone is sitting next to you with notifications buzzing, you're forcing your willpower to fight a war it's going to lose. Clear your space, clear your mind. If you want to be a pro, stop working in a playground. The cheat sheet recap. Let's wrap this up before your attention span evaporates. Stop blaming willpower. It's a spark, not the fuel. Kill the fog. Turn scary goals into toddler steps. Close the loops. Stop the mental buzzing by being specific. Plan at night. Don't think in the morning, just act. Stop over-researching. A bad plan executed today beats a perfect plan that never starts. Outro and amp. Final CTA. You've got the engine and the fuel. Now, point the car. Stop waiting for a sign from the universe. This video is the sign. Comment below with one specific task you're going to get crystal clear on today. I will do X at Y time. Let's see some real plans. If you haven't already, subscribe to the inner game. We're here to strip away the BS and give you the tools to win. Hit the bell, stop watching, and go get to work. Peace.